everyone, and thanks so much for tuning in to a general reading. We're going to see what's going on in the twin flame journey, but we're going to go look at the divine feminine specifically. Okay, if you don't know if you're the divine feminine or the karmic partner, please follow the description box below and you'll book with me. I have my email and my website. However, I do have it set up in a way where you have to email me regardless before you purchase. So please go ahead and email me, and we'll get into your story. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Tell me a little bit about what you've been going through, perhaps the last time you've communicated, just a little summary, a little brief. And whatever you need to know, we can go ahead and accommodate you, okay? Thanks everyone for being patient with your readings. Thank you everyone for being patient and working with me. I really appreciate it. Let's go ahead and jump right into this reading. I'm really excited to see what's going on with the divine feminines. I'm getting a good energy from divine feminines. There's some divine feminines. I mean, we're all going to be in our own kind of let's say a mood, energy. Okay, so we're all going to be in our different parts of the journey. So let's just see where Spirit wants us to know about certain divine feminines right now. Let's get into it. We're going to start with the Rider-Waite deck, and then we're going to jump into my other deck here, which I will have linked in the description box below as well. We'll get into that deck as soon as we want to figure out the feelings and go a little bit deeper. So the cards are pre-shuffled, everyone, and thank you so much for tuning in. All the Morph team members and supporters, thank you for the likes, comments, and the subscribes. I really appreciate it. I appreciate all the love and the support. Let's get right into your reading. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope these good vibes that I'm feeling I can give off to you, okay? I hope everything is going good. I hope we're learning how to, like, you know, kind of cope with what's going on. So let's see what we got. First, we have the Three of Pentacles in reverse, okay? Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. The Nine of Cups in reverse, excuse me, the Eight of Cups in reverse, the Eight. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. And the Strength card upright. So that's a good turn of events, okay? Okay, so lots of inner work, lots of inner self. So I'm getting that some of us have met someone new. Some of us have met new partners, whereas they may be our twin flames. They may be other soulmates. Right now we're walking away from the connection because we realize that we're not to be a part of this connection right now. So we're kind of just like, okay, so what am I supposed to be doing right now? And a lot of us are realizing that amongst meditating, amongst doing your research and trying to get all of this information in at once that you don't understand, is under what you do understand, and to go about that, even if it feels like you're doing nothing. Because some of us can feel like, you know, regardless if we're working with people or with ourselves, that we're not being these team players. We're not allowing ourselves to work, you know. And if we can't know things within ourselves, if what we already know, if what we already can do, we don't put that to use, then what are we doing? We're jumping the gun, you know, and that causes havoc. That causes frustration, confusion. This Three of Pentacles in reverse talks about, you know, not being able to do that, not having harmony within yourself and other people, okay? The Eight, I keep saying the Nine. The Eight of Cups in reverse talks about wandering. It talks about not having a purpose, not having a goal, a desire, because it's like once you've left your twin flame situation, or where you feel really drawn to, you don't understand it, and all you want to do is, if you turn away, is gather more information to go right back. And you're not allowing the divine to compel you in the right direction. You're taking it upon yourself, it seems, to make sure it's like, okay, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, and then when I do that, then this will happen, A, B, C, and D. And I know we're good planners and we're good strategic partners, but right here it says that we're not. We're not planning strategically. We're not listening to our higher selves. We're not listening to any part of us except for the part of us that may want our doom. You know, we're out here in the middle of nowhere, it seems, you know, and we're not trying to stay a while, is what I want to say. This talks about, you know, like a sore loser kind of feeling. It's like, fine, if I have to go, fine, but I'll be back on Tuesday. you know what I mean, kind of energy. Let's continue before we get deeper into it, okay? Ace of Pentacles in reverse. So we're not, again, we're not taking opportunities. We're not wanting to learn opportunities that we feel when we listen to our higher selves that is going to lead us in another direction of which we want to go. Which we want to go is not necessarily just in the twin flames journey. You know, we've been trying so long to understand what twin flame is, and now that we do, we want to be a part of it. But now that we're a part of it, we don't want to do what's expected of us. This means that we're missing opportunities because we're not open to opportunities. We're not open to learning exactly what we have to learn. It means taking your mind off of a situation to an extent so that you're able to focus on yourself. You're able to focus on the things that you need to do, right? That you should do, that you skipped out on. If it's about a relationship that you want, well, you're going to have to learn how to put yourself wholeheartedly. Because you offer money, because you offer this and material things, that says that's not enough. That's the only part of yourself that's leading yourself to your doom. Sure, you can set up camp here, you can set up camp there, you can buy this to look this way, you can buy this to look that way, feel this way, smell that way. You understand? But it's not going into your higher purpose. It's not serving you. It's only serving you up into an extent. This Ace of Pentacles also talks about, you know, denying any of your own self-worth, okay, in reverse. Denying, it seems like a lot of us are denying relationships right now with a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, in love with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, with a Leo. We're denying new partners coming in. I think some of us could be on dating sites. This was what I could also tell me, that there's other people here. So there's not like a physical commute with other people as far as working in team, you know, members. You could be at work, it could be within yourself, you could be on dating sites, and etc. Take it how it applies. It says that you're not putting in the right 2 cents. You're not maybe filling out your bio all the way. What are you looking for? And it seems like a lot of us are saying, okay, well, I'm just going to walk away in hopes that, you know, it doesn't work out, and then I end up right back where I'm supposed to be. But it's, you have to ask yourself, who is supposed to sit there and catch your tears? Who's going to do that? You know, who is supposed to do that? You know what I mean? And it's like, yes, this is a divine journey, but upright, you're being compelled to go into the right direction. In reverse, you know where you have to go. You know what you need to do to take your mind off of it 1,000% and devote at least 2% somewhere else so you can build yourself, right? In a situation where it's going to need you to play like a team player. Team player, team player, team player. And I know there was a time in my life where I was working at the Marriott on the beach, and I was actually a pool and beach attendant, and then they promoted me into the activities department, which was a higher pay. And I said, you know what, I'm going to take this job. It took me a week to kind of, you know, actually accept the position. It was only like $2 more. And you know, there was a time where, you know, when you're in new territory, sometimes people don't accept you. Sometimes you don't accept yourself. Sometimes you're not putting out the part of you that everyone's going to love, the people that you have to work with every day. Because at the Marriott, there's different people like every other day. You know, it's easy to get along with them. Just give them what they want, put a smile on your face. Boom. No certain amount of effort. No certain amount of like, hey, I'm going to be here for a while. Just thinking that you're just going to be there for a minute, and then, you know, the divine is going to put me right where I need to be, because at the end of the day, we all get what we want. That's a loser's mentality. It's a sore loser's mentality. It's not a team player's mentality. And anyway, I got let go from that position. Okay, so I got promoted within a month of working, or 2 months of working there, and I took the job, and then I ended up getting fired, and all of the clients, all the guests, of course, raved. They loved me. The kids loved me. Just my coworkers didn't. So it could be people, or it could just be yourself. For some of us who are on dating sites, right, we're talking with men, we're talking with women, and we're just kind of trying to like put the bait out there to see if we're still someone who can be loved. You know what I mean? To see if we're still someone who can be loved. You know, whatever we're doing, there's a motive behind it, and we're not putting in our 2 cents. We're not putting in an amount where we know that we're going to get back. We're not putting in an amount that we know we're going to give. Okay, so I hope we can understand. And there was a point when they were telling me, hey, you're not being a team player. I was like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? Knowing that, you know, bitches and people get so catty and petty when you're the center of attention in a job where, you know, it's about making others happy. But regardless, no matter how much you feel like you're doing the right thing, if you are not getting anywhere in your own personal journey, because at the end of the day, you have to go along with yourself. You know, even if you're in a relationship or not, once you have that relationship, then what? You have to figure out how to do this, how to do that. So it's asking you to do that now. And you're saying, yeah, I'll throw in whatever, da da da. You're throwing in half-ass effort, you know, and you're not. And some of us are just denying jobs. Some of us are denying any kind of opportunities. Take it how it applies. The strength card, Leo, I think this is asking us to have strength. I think a lot of us do have strength right now. I think a lot of us are trying to persevere and become confident in what we're doing. So for those of us who are on dating sites, I can understand that, where the strength comes in, because it's like, okay, well, you know what, if this guy or this girl likes me and I can talk to them and I can, without even having to do this or put in that, then I must be the shit. So I think the strength here with the Leo energy is talking about putting yourself first and like in the limelight. It may be a cocky nature. We might have to pull out the cocky side of Leo for this reason, for this reading. I have Leo moon, okay, so I'm Scorpio, Leo, Pisces. But just know that. So I'm no shade, but you know, we all have what we have about us that can be good and, you know, somewhat a little bit, you know, arrogant. So I think that's what we're trying to do here. Whichever situation we're in, where it's involving people, it's involving love, it's involving like activities, we're not so keen on. And I don't think a lot of us understand that. I think we think that, hey, if I'm supposed to go this way, I'm going that way. And a lot of us may feel that we're doing all that we can do, but we're brokenhearted, so the spirit is going to help me there. That's not the case. It's not going to happen like that. You know, you don't just get handed things, not in a soul journey. So let's see what else is going on. We have transformation here at the bottom of the deck. We'll shuffle it. I did shuffle. So we'll shuffle once more. And let's see what's the feelings, the High Priestess, what the feelings are behind this. What are the motives behind this Divine Feminine if you apply? Okay, let's see what we got for the Three of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles. So this is talking about mastering your skills, and that was a card that I was thinking of here, is like procrastinating while we're wasteful and wandering. Okay, procrastinating, feeling like we don't have to do things that we're already good at, or we don't have to, because you have a sense of not knowing. You're not knowing the direction you're going in. You're not knowing the repercussions that you have that are coming or that are happening, because you feel like, oh, no, it's just gonna, no, it's not. You know, someone else is going to be living their lives while you believe that it's just going to be handed to you. There's a certain amount of work that you need to put into anything and everything that you receive. And so some of us, it says that, you know, congratulations if you have talents, like literally, where you could be on stage or you can perform, you know, all different sorts of, a teacher, any of your talents that require, you know, getting money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Congratulations. It says that you've been putting these things on the back burner. You're not showcasing your talents. For those of us who are on dating sites, you're not filling out your bio. You're not even showing this guy or girl that you can do this. You're not putting forth your best Beth. You're not putting forth your best assets. Okay? You're not. You're just kind of like, yeah, I can do this, I can do that, but keeping it on the hush. Or maybe some of us are being cocky about it, where it's like, I don't have to prove myself to you. I don't have to. You come forth with what you got, and I'll see if I will put, you know, what I got, or something like that. It's not being a team player, and it's asking you to be a team player. It's asking you to, for an example, let's see what we got here. The Page of Swords, communication. It's asking you to find yourself. To find yourself. Okay, let's see what we've got for this Eight of Cups in reverse, Spirit. Okay, we got the King of Pentacles. Lots of earth energy. So grounding ourselves, becoming humble, becoming someone who's very like efficient. Okay, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. They're efficient. They're reliable. They're what's the word that I'm looking for? They're reasonable. Okay. We can be stubborn, right? But it says here on this movement that if we're assertive, I think that'll turn this right side up. If we're assertive, okay, about if we're on a dating site that we want to date, we want to go out on a date. If we're assertive about that job, that that job interview or that job we're applying for, we're going to get it. We're going to stand on our own. This King of Pentacles talks about someone who's done it on their own, who's come up on their own. They did not have to listen to anyone, and it's not such a negative thing because they became, sorry about that, they became successful on their own. Okay, well, obviously we work in teams, so we have to, apply for the job, we get the job, we work in teams. But this is not highlighting that aspect. It's not in reverse. So we're looking at this person who put forth all of their efforts and they became successful. Okay, they're basking in their riches. You know what I'm saying? It's like if you're going to be wasteful wandering, if you're just going to be doing things that you feel like are supposed to get you to an outcome, but you're not reaching that outcome, you're missing tools, you're missing knowledge, you're missing money, you're missing stuff, you're missing valuable keys. Because while we're in this reverse energy of the Eight of Cups, we are hopeless. We are in a drought. We're like drowning in our emotions of our loss, and we just are like, we don't know which way to go because we don't want to go anywhere. Right now, we just want to sit back. We just want to. Let's get some more about this Eight of Cups. Okay, the Sun card. So now we have more Leo energy, and this is talking about, it's like, look at that. We have two opposites here. We have earth and we have fire, the main energies here. And in this love and this water energy that's in reverse, it's saying, look, this divine feminine that's watching has so much going for her. She has so much for her. She's attractive. She's beautiful inside and out. She's smart. She's a go-getter. I mean, she puts everything. It's all or nothing for this person. It's all or nothing. And even when there's nothing, she still shines. She still is bright. She's still someone that can be a wife to someone if that's what you want. She's someone who can be a muse to someone if that's what you want. She's someone who can be someone for herself and someone for someone else. I love how the King of Pentacles is here, but the Queen of Pentacles is not, that alpha female. We need to be looking for ourselves right now. So I do want to say that for some of us who are looking, who are on the dating sites, as soon as we, for an example, fill out that bio, we're going to find that person. And this time it may be our actual twin flame. There's a lot of us who I feel like are moving away from karmic soulmates who were not our twin flame. Okay, we're moving towards our twin flame. We're moving towards a soulmate. We're moving towards happiness, sunlight. Okay, look, fast-paced change here with the Seven of Wands, more fire energy, because we're determined to see ourselves better. We're determined to see a brighter day. Let's see what this Ace of Pentacles is about. Okay, let's see what we have. The Three of Wands, more fire energy. So we need to be open to getting that ticket. We need to be open to taking that train, making that money. Okay, we need to be open to these things, okay? 1 second. Okay. I'll let you see the cards. We have the Three of Wands and the Ace for the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Okay. We know, well, the Three of Wands is new adventure. It's about to set out. But there's something here. 1 second. Let me get one more card here, Spirit. The Chariot. It's all about movement. Okay, so it's asking us how to transform, how to compromise here. How to compromise with ourselves, with our situations. Learn that, look, this is what's happening, but there are loopholes. There are ways to go about what I want to get and how I want to do it. We don't have to be uncomfortable. Let's clarify this Ace. Okay, so we got the King of Wands, okay? There are ways to succeed here. There are ways to put forth our efforts, move bodies of people, move ourselves into bodies of people, become a part of team player. And it says that even some of us with this Leo energy, we're getting back to back here and being on the one that's in the spotlight. Nobody's going to ask questions. We're going to be so assertive. we're going to be so assertive about where we're going. I think divine feminines need to be assertive about where they're going and how they're going to do it. The divine is giving you that leeway. They're giving you that space and opportunity to be able to put forth what you have, your assets, whatever you have, whether it's physical or not, whether it's just up here if you're an air sign, if it's just in here, you're a water sign, if you're whatever, all of that, what you have, whatever it may be. Look, there's like a ball and a whatever. Put forth that. I think a lot of us are scared about the success that's coming because we feel like we may have close to nothing, but what's set for you in the divine is that wherever you do go, you're going to be able to be the leader there. You're going to be able to be a leader, but right now it seems like without doing anything, that feels like we're going to have to turn away from the divine journey a little bit. We have literally 1,000% on them. So it's like take at least 100%. Take at least 2% and put it somewhere else is what it's saying. And it's saying you're not taking any of it and putting it anywhere else. So, but it's saying that once you can take a little bit of attention off of that situation, and it's easy because if you find that you're in bed thinking about this guy or girl rather than, I don't know, folding up your clothes, that's 2%. That's 1% right there. And then after you do that, you got to understand your higher self is going to want to know what more to do. There's always something to do here, and that's what this King of Wands talks about, is enlisting in others. So this guy has a big, huge role, is to, for an example, guide bodies of people, guide all of your emotions in one, and be able to put them out, flip them, compromise with yourself, compromise with your life, your journey, your friends, your family, your loved ones, and say, you know what? Right now I can put that on the back burner. This is fire energy. Put that on the back burner so that I can, turn this upside down, because you're not really being successful. You're not being successful. I think you're burning out. Let's clarify this King of Wands. We have the Five of Cups in reverse. And then the Eight of Cups in reverse, which this deck is upright. This one is upright. So, it's saying let go a little bit. Let go a little bit. It's not telling you to let go of everything. It's telling you to let go of at least the pain and the sorrow. Let go of the pain and the sorrow. The part of you that's only letting yourself lay down. Okay? You have to remove those blocks. You have to remove that energy. And the crazy thing about it, it's only a tiny piece. But you don't know that because you've developed yourself to only know that little bit of pain. So that's all you know. All you know, what you feel is a lot, right? So the Eight of Cups in reverse, we have it again. Yeah, we have it again. Because you're just, exactly. So like I said, so you're just not wanting to give up this dream of the Ten of Cups. But you're not anywhere near Ten of Cups, because you're not this woman and he's not that man. This woman is whole in herself. This man is whole in himself. You can have kids. That's just half of the picture. So, right now you think that you're leaving this behind in the Four of Wands, but you're not. These two people had to give up, look, they don't have everything. This is a small victory, but it's a victory nonetheless. You're going to have to go set out on that. You're going to have to go and understand something about yourself. You're going to have to go and give yourself love. Okay, you can't love yourself when you're constantly down, saying, "Oh, I can't go, I can't leave, I can't, should I stay or should I go?" No, you need to stay, but you need to go. You know what I'm saying? You need to stay at one part, and the other part of you needs to go. And whatever it is that you're not doing, why is this in reverse? Why are these in reverse? And this one too means this is actually a positive. Double negative is a positive. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's kind of like, because you're just focusing on the hurt, and while you need to be in action, which this card signifies in reverse still, you're not doing anything. So that's what this reading is saying. You're not doing anything but focusing on that hurt, and you need to let at least 2 of those cups go, 3 of those cups go, 3%, 2%. It's not much, but you feel like it is because you've wrapped your head around knowing that this person is everything to you. And you have to understand that maybe this is part of you letting go right now. Some of you clicked off. I guarantee someone just clicked off. I guarantee it. And it's just like, some of you just have to realize that how can someone be all of you when you don't know them? So you have to go and figure that part out that you know about them. And that's part of you because it's a twin flame journey. But you're not going to find anything out through research online. You know, you have to go and figure it out on your own. You have to go and figure it out on your own. You know what I mean? You have to go and see what your twin flame journey is about. Okay, so let's see. The Strength card. And you can only figure that out. Look who I got, right? Flat up. The Hierophant. I love this masculine energy right now. I love this very masculine energy. We're feminine, but I love this masculine energy. I love that our divine masculine came up because it's telling you that you're just leaving right now. You're leaving turmoil behind because you're not, this is where you ended up. This is where you two ended up, and it's divine, yes, because this is the only way you two would go where you needed to go. Do you understand? Everybody has to learn their own way. Some people didn't have to split. Imagine that. But whatever's going over, you know, there's a lot more water there and more new territory than there is old territory. And there's still an immense amount of love here that you two share for one another. But it's like, you know that you have to. So if you feel like you have to, that's part of your higher self telling you, okay, what do I have to do? So there's more space and opportunity over here for you to meet up with them again, but you're not ever going to, knowing that. So this is the Hierophant. Let's clarify what he has to say. The Three of Pentacles, upright. So we have the Three of Pentacles upright. Some of us, and we had it originally in the reverse, some of us know what we have to do. And there's a lot that has to be done. But as far as team player, even if you're your own, if you work on your own, or if, you know, you've kept your distance towards people so that you don't have problems from, you know, years ago's, from a year ago's life learned lesson, whatever. Maybe some of you have to step back into this, to the limelight. You have to know, like, it's not saying, oh, be friends with Brittany and Bob. It's saying be friends with yourself so that, you know, sometimes people get to look at you and say, wow, she's a nice person, you know, because she's nice to herself. They want to be friends with you. Then we get to see how you're going to treat them. So take that as an example of how you treat other people, of how you're going to start treating your relationship. It's not about, oh, I'm nice to this person, so I'm going to get nice back. You know, when you're a nice person, I guarantee you that's not the first thing that you're going to say. I guarantee you that's not what's on your mind. I guarantee you that's not your motive. So the Three of Pentacles upright is teamwork, is hard work, it's devotion. Boys, we are the boys in motion. We give you our devotion. Boys, we are the boys in motion. We give you our devotion. Ooh. And like, yes, so when you figure this out, it's great. Remove your blocks. Do it annually. Do it daily. Do it monthly. You know, that's what this can also talk about, is what I'm saying. I'm sorry, I got sidetracked. This could be your own meditation. This could, you know, there's a method to the madness. Three of Pentacles talks about work environment, talks about online dating, talks about anything that has to do with people, with communications, with accepting job offers, with being open. So some of us have to be open, is what the Hierophant wants us to know. We know that. That's part of our twin flame journey. Remember I said, part of knowing them is part of knowing who we are. We're not going to do that by laying down trying to figure out why we're not together. That's never going to be an answer, because the answer is plain. We're not together because we're not together. We're not together because I'm sad. So try to get happy. You know, you have to compromise. You have to flip it back. So let's see what else this Hierophant has to say. Okay, we have Justice and the Nine of Wands. Okay, Libra and Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and Libra. So the scales are going to be balanced. This is talking about a compromise. This is a compromise, whether it's legal or not. Whether it's written on paper, maybe you just write your own kind of memoir, or, you know, you write your own letter to yourself every day. It doesn't matter if you're dealing with yourself, people on the internet, people at work, people at home. This is a compromise that you're going to have to say, you know what, this is what I want to do, and this is what's going to happen. No questions asked when you are in that power. That's what is going to be for you, the divine. You understand? That's what the divine is going to do for you. When you set out and you know exactly where you want to go, no one's going to be able to stop you. Okay? There we go. I know a lot of us have that heartbreak on us. That Three of Swords keeps wanting to come up, and then here we have the Knight of Wands. I'm telling you, no one is going to be able to stop you. Ace of Wands, no one. What do we have at the top? That Four of Pentacles. Some of us have little to nothing right now. That's okay. Remember, we don't have to have so much. We just have an idea. We have a direction. Whatever we have in our lives that we need, we have it. Okay? And it tells us that we have it because everything is in the reverse. You know what I mean? Everything is in the reverse. It's we have it. It's just like we don't know how to utilize it because some of us don't believe we have it, or some of us haven't not gotten to whichever we need to succeed because we're so shut off. We're laying in bed. Okay? So there needs to be a compromise. And I don't want a lot of you thinking that there's be a compromise with your divine partner, because I don't know everyone's situation. So like I said, take it how it applies. So, okay, so what you feel like is right, there needs to be a compromise, and there's going to be a compromise, and it'll put you forward. And and for those of you who may be fire signs, there will be no questions asked. These people will just believe in you, okay? These people will just believe in you. Or period. So that is a good thing to know, that once you set forth, even though in your insecurities, okay, even though in your insecurities, that while you're still trying to bust down doors, you're not getting anywhere. Once you set forth on this mission, you're going to be victorious, but no one are going to ask you questions. You got to, like people are just going to believe in you and trust you. We also have this Nine of Wands, resilience, not stopping no matter what. So after this compromise, I do believe that some of us may understand here where we want to go, what we want to do, how we're going to get those things. It's going to be difficult. It's going to be hard, you know, trying to compromise with people, trying to understand people, trying to work with people, trying to shy away from the bed, you know, or the dreams, you know, that we keep having. These dreams go on when I close my eyes, and every moment I'm awake, I find it hard to leave these dreams to sleep when it's cold outside, and every morning I'm awake. So like that, right? She's so good at it. And natural high, and so, but you know, it's good because this is my, how you hear me right now, this is my resilience. This is my natural high. I choose to sing, or I choose to get dressed. That's the Leo in me. I choose to, you know, I have Pisces as well. I choose to do what I have been given in order to set forth on my journey. Every time I get shut down, every time I get put down and I'm down on my knees, I get back up, and when I'm up, I look at people in the eye, I look at my coworkers, I look at the people that I'm working with and that I'm instructing to the point that I can. I'm not a manager, and I make sure that these people can trust me, and you know, we share an equal amount of trust and love, you know, so that no questions are asked. You know, the more questions that are asked, the more you feel like you don't trust the people. I love this. This screams Aries to me. I have a few Aries friends. Some of us may have met a new Aries guy or girl, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Everyone is here. And I think a lot of us, though, have met someone new that we may not know if they're a soulmate, karmic, a soulmate, twin flame right now. So it's best to be open and not stick to what you feel you know, because we obviously know nothing. Okay, for those who love to do their research. So the bars, or the friends, the relationship, the about me you can't fill out. You know, this Nine of Wands talks about, you know, look, more fast-paced change here I'm getting, okay, with that Eight of Wands there. Okay, so go ahead and make those changes. It tells you that try to find a different way. Try to find a different way to go and do it, you know. You got to try to break down those barriers, and you wonder why, but it's because of what you can't get is why. So anything that you feel like you can't get that makes you miserable, go ahead and try to push through it so you can get it and not wonder why. Let's get some, you know, the Two of Wands here. You know, don't wonder why, but wonder what's next. Okay? Let's see what we got for an advice card for the Divine Feminine. Okay. It keeps, that Three of Wands keeps wanting to come out. We got the Fool. Okay, the Devil. The Devil is advice, and I love and I hate. We got the Five of Wands here. Wow. And then the Knight of Wands. What could Spirit be trying to tell us right now as far as advice with the Devil? The resilience, perhaps? The resilience, the Nine of Swords, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Swords, Page of Swords. Okay. As we got no air energy here. It says, you know, part of us just need to get out of our head. Our Three of Swords, get out of it. That's what we've been talking about. I get it. Okay. We need to get out of our heads and get out of believing. Okay, because a lot of us are orchestrating in the dark. We're believing that all the nightmares we have, and, you know, up until a point, you know, you're supposed to hear the messages and take what applies and don't, even in your own personal lives. I feel like a lot of us are saying, oh yeah, I dreamt that this something bad, I was talking to the karmic, and you're just loving this negative energy because it's the only thing that's pulling you close to your twin flame. The twin flame who's married, who's happy. You know, the twin flame who's somewhere, you know, where they are, at least in their situation, they're happy. But the same part of them that's holding on to you is the same part of you that's holding on to them. So I think you're just, with that Nine of Swords, okay, you guys are just hanging on to this dream. But this dream is very dark. It's actually something that, like, I think when you guys think of each other, you think of all the hardships. I think that's where you guys are about to put yourselves, where every time you think about each other, you're going to think about all the crap that went on. You're orchestrating in the dark. So a lot of us, I feel like I want to talk to those who still feel like they're having the dreams. You're probably leading them on, okay? You probably are wanting these dreams because that's the only way you can feel them, okay? With that Devil, a lot of us want to be in bed. A lot of us want to feel that bed. A lot of us want to feel their warmth, but we're living in some sort of nightmare. Now we have the Queen of Pentacles. So remember I said, so it looks like a lot of us are going to rewind the video so you can understand what I meant about the Queen of Pentacles. Perfect. She wasn't here, only the King of Pentacles. So a lot of us in this masculine energy, again, we're doing this. We're breaking down barriers, but on the darker side of things, on the opposite world. If you've ever seen Deception, you know, you're on the upside, so you're on the downside, really. But yeah, I think a lot of us just need to, like, wake up out of this Capricorn energy, because it's almost like a lot of us miss the essence or miss the point, okay? But no shame to Capricorn. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. We're needing to ground ourselves. So I think a lot of us are going to meet our twin flame. We're going to meet our soulmate partner. A lot of us that we think are our twin flames have been dealing with our karmic soulmate, karmic partner, and we're not able to let go of it. And I think a lot of us aren't able to let go of it because of what we've been told, okay? Because of what we've been told. A lot of us found out about this love that we could have, and maybe some of us are picturing it with the wrong people, but we're not looking at ourselves in the mirror. So when we don't know ourselves, is what we're needing to do here is compromise. And when compromising, we need to know everything that's out on the table. Finding ourselves is part of this lesson here. That we're going to realize that this is me and someone else. This is you and someone else. So I think a lot of the lies that have been told, okay, there you go. A lot of the lies have been told. The Two of Swords. So a lot of the turmoil is in our heads right now. A lot of the turmoil is in our heads, and I love that we have this, and it told us to walk away. So what's out there, we don't know yet. But I think if we're dealing with a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, it could have been the fact that, you know, they were your karmic. If we are Gemini, Libras, or Aquariuses, it says right now that don't get hell-bent on what you know, because what you know, it promotes dreams. A lot of us air signs are the people who feel like we're in this twin flame journey because of the telepathic communications, mainly in our dreams. It says that at some point the dreams should stop, but they're not stopping, because remember, you're in this state of trance here, and you're not putting yourself first. Okay, you're not even, and you're not cocky, you're not confident, you're very insecure. It says that you've been told a lot. So a part of what we've been told is that we do have twin flames. Ever since we felt like we felt something about someone, we heard twin flame. So now, we've been latched on to people that aren't serving us because we're not allowing them to. So about this mouth, it's a word of mouth, and words go straight to the head. Sometimes they'll go to the heart, but I think more so of the actions is of what's been on our hearts. I just want to say that, okay, let's get something else. Spirit for the devil. Do we need anything else? Okay, the Five of Pentacles. That hurt and pain, that loss is what's happening. So that looks like, this Five of Pentacles looks like everything here. Why we have all the Pentacles cards in reverse is because, like I always said in my readings, we're going to start pulling. We're going to start pulling our twin flames, our soulmates, whoever they may be, down with us, because all we're doing is orchestrating in the dark. Every time we think about them, it's because we're sad. So imagine how when we're trying to be happy, all we are is upset, because we're like, wait, I want to be happy with him. I see happiness with him. I see happiness with him. I see happiness with him. So then you go right back to being sad, because it's like, well, that's the only place me and him can connect. So a lot of you who are in this devil energy are hoping that you can get some sort of balance, that you can get some sort of knowledge, some sort of security in that, and you're not going to get any kind of security in pain, loss, and suffering. Okay, we have that High Priestess there. We need to work for good karma, good. So a lot of us have been dealing with a soulmate slash karmic partner, and we haven't known that. This High Priestess here says that some of us do. Let's clarify this High Priestess. It says that a lot of us are going to find our twin flame after we set through this mission and break down this energy that's been in our reading twice. We have the Six of Pentacles in reverse, the Six of Wands. Okay, so it's listening to our spirit guides, those 666 numbers. Look up those numbers. It's spirit and divine trying to talk to you, your higher self, but you're not there. We have the strength again. Okay, have the strength to move forward. Have the strength to say, you know what, if I'm only concentrating on this person, what will happen if I concentrate just a little bit on myself? What will happen? The worst, I suppose. Then you know that that person is your karmic partner. Then you know that that's a karmic energy, right? If you can't seem to focus on yourself at all, try doing it. And if they still remain there, if they become a part of your happy dreams, then you already know that they're your twin flame, and you guys will meet again. Okay? So with the two sixes, but this one came first, the Six of Pentacles in reverse. It's talking about self-charity. So give back to yourself. Okay, the Six of Wands, more giving to yourself, working hard for that, moving forward, and then being praised for that. It's like, I think a lot of us are going to realize that we've been dealing with a twin flame, or a lot of us are going to do that we haven't been, but we're going to get that praise regardless. We're going to get that confirmation regardless of that. We did this, we did what we had to do, and now I only see forward. I only see up. I'm no longer stuck in stagnation. So some of us, we don't know if we are, because it's like we're confused. We're up in our heads about the dreams. But if you feel like the only way you can communicate with this person is through the darkness, is through your nightmares and your sadness and your pain and suffering, okay, and you keep trying and getting nowhere, and you actually are then that's not your twin flame. So that's what we need to understand. That's what we need to understand. That's what we need to know. Get going and set forth, and you're going to get this. You're going to have this relationship. Okay, so right now a lot of us are in silence, but that's a good thing for some of us. Okay, it's only a general reading. Please, if you want to book a personal reading, please follow please follow the description box below. Thank you so much for tuning in, everyone. I hope this meant something for you. Peace, love, light, and encouragement. Bye.